I'm Beth Ploger, and I'll tell you why it's costing you nearly double to satisfy your nicotine craving. WVU News starts now. Even though it may not look like there's a lot of salt on the roads, Monongalia has combined with 5 other counties to use over 20,000 tons of salt already this year. 5 houses in Morgantown have already ended up just like this one in 2009, but officials say that a simple smoke detector could help save all the lives of families in such homes. Many cigarette smokers are now wondering why the price that they paid to get this whole pack of cigarettes is now only getting them 2/3 of a pack. Experts say that with the growing competition in the job force, it's no longer about having a good resume or the right look. It's about having the experience to go with it. The question is, how reliable are the sources on Twitter? For example, it's not hard for me to sign on and pretend to be anyone I want. Thanks, Megan and Casey. Every 8 seconds, a cat or dog is put to sleep in the U.S. because of uncontrolled breeding. Surprised? Well, consider this fact. Over 6 years, one dog can give birth to hundreds of puppies. Morgantown's animal shelter has brought the nationwide issue to a small community. They say the solution is simple: spay or neuter your pet. It's a problem all over the country, but Morgantown wants to change that. Too many animals are being born with no homes to live in and no family to take care of them.
But for the majority of them, they don't have money to put money into their animals. So they feel that they have a little different priorities.
Monongalia County groups and organizations are dedicated to informing residents of the issue. Suzanne Gaynor works with Mountaineer Spay Neuter Assistance Program and knows it will happen one step at a time.
This is a community problem, and we need to get on top of it.
1,900 healthy animals, just like Raja, are put to sleep each year in Morgantown. But officials say that by scheduling an appointment to get them spayed or neutered, you could actually be saving just as many lives. Dana Johnson is the supervisor at the Monongalia County Canine Adoption Center, where homeless animals are sent. She says many people don't know about the importance of getting animals spayed and neutered, which only adds to the problem.
I wish it were a law that everyone had to have their animals spayed and neutered unless they were breeders.
Many people worry about the pain their pet may feel, but Gaynor says the procedure will help more than hurt. By having the procedure done, they will live a healthier life and stay closer to home.
Why be born only to be put to death? That's not the answer.
All of the Monongalia County groups believe the more people know about the problem, the quicker it can be fixed. If you are looking for information on how to get your pet spayed or neutered, you can visit the website at the bottom of your screen. Megan and Casey, back to you. Kirsten Reed went into the convenience store just like any other day to buy a pack of cigarettes. But this time, she was surprised.
And the guy working there was like, hold your breath, get ready for this. And he rang it up and it came out to like $4.65.
The price of a pack of cigarettes went up over $1 that night and again a couple weeks later. She realized her monthly budget wouldn't be the same anymore.
Before the cigarette prices raised, I spent about $30 a week on cigarettes.
But with the price jump,
probably about $45.
Many cigarette smokers are now wondering why the price that they paid to get this whole pack of cigarettes is now only getting them 2/3 of a pack. Manufacturers first put a tax on the cigarettes because of stockpiled inventory. The federal government then raised their tax by 62 cents. Many delegates are also hoping to add on to the West Virginia state tax. The charge would increase from 55 cents to $1.20.
One of the greatest ways to deter use is through taxation. And so, I have supported in the past and would support in the future additional taxation on cigarettes.
Reed agrees. 27% of West Virginia adults currently smoke cigarettes, but as prices rise, that statistic is likely to fall. She will help bring that number down. She's putting out her addiction that can now cost her nearly $6 a pack.
Well, I've meaning to do it anyways, just for health issues, but now that the cigarettes are so expensive, I can't afford it.
If approved, the state tax will increase on July 1st. Beth Ploger, WVU News, Morgantown.
Full of smoke.
Teddy Bloomquist and his friends put their cake in the oven and walked next door. They had no idea what would happen.
We had no idea that it was on fire until it was too late and we smelt the smoke, ran in, had to call 911.
Their oven was up in flames with everything around it beginning to melt. they didn't realize there was no smoke detector or alarm system installed in their apartment.
Luckily, we smelt the smoke, but had we not, I can't imagine what else we would have lost.
5 houses in Morgantown have already ended up just like this one in 2009, but officials say that a simple smoke detector could help save all the lives of families in such homes. Morgantown Fire Chief David Fetty says smoke detectors are more important than people think.
When you're sleeping, that's the time where a lot of people think if I have a fire, I'll wake up. You absolutely won't wake up.
Having a smoke alarm isn't all families need to do. Fire Chief Fetty recommends each device be checked at least twice a year.
The good rule of thumb is when you change your clocks from daylight savings time and inversely, you check your smoke detector batteries and change them right then. Don't just check them, change them.
Bloomquist now has several detectors and sprinklers throughout his apartment. He says the fire in his oven showed him the importance of having them.
Oh, it makes me feel a lot safer to have them, and I never thought of that before this fire. You know, I kind of took them for granted, but...
No one should take them for granted. By having a smoke detector installed, the chance of surviving increases by 82%. Beth Ploger, WVU News, Morgantown. WVU senior Megan Reeves has edited her resume, practiced interviewing, and even had multiple internships. Yet she's still worried about her future.
I'm really nervous. Actually, I find myself waking up really early in the morning and not being able to fall asleep because of the anxiety.
She's not alone. The college graduates of May 2009 are about to face a job force that is the most difficult to enter into in decades. Many jobs that recent graduates would typically get are on hiring freezes, leaving few options.
I know that, there's always jobs available, like at the mall or whatever, but with a degree, using what I've learned, it might be more difficult.
But all is not impossible. If a college senior puts in a little extra work, it could boost them above their peers. Experts say that with the growing competition in the job force, it's no longer about having a good resume or the right look. It's about having the experience to go with it. Director of WVU's Career Services, David Durham, says internships and shadowing people within a desired career are just a couple of things that make someone stand out, even if it's only a couple hours a week.
Those kind of things are the things on a resume that set you apart. Nothing beats experience. It doesn't matter what the major is.
But he says those students who didn't get those opportunities can focus on 3 things: having an interesting and specific resume, practicing interview questions like what are the best and worst qualities about myself, and having a 30-second speech planned out to say at the beginning of an interview. Reeves says she's done all of the above, but the clock is ticking, and now she's just hoping to hear some good news. Beth Ploger, WVU